Hi, this is the Boxing Hangout and I'm Ingram Jones. I'm going to start this on a pretty sad note. That Hall of Fame trainer and voted as possibly the best trainer in the world, or no, it is the best trainer in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. Emannuel Steward has been diagnosed with cancer, which is pretty... I was quite stunned when I heard the news. So yeah, he's diagnosed with cancer. He'll be going to have chemotherapy. I think I read about it, an article or Twitter, that Emannuel Steward was going into hospital. Didn't know why he was going into hospital, and then the next minute, just found out that it's, he's been diagnosed with cancer. So must be really devastating news to hear. God knows, we all pray that Emannuel pulls through. After the chemo, it's gonna be out. His body's gonna be weakened by all the chemotherapy. You kind of wonder if he's ever gonna come back and train again. He may do it from a consultancy point of view, but for boxing, in terms of his knowledge, the game, and as a trainer, an active trainer, it's gonna be a big loss. So, Emannuel, if you're watching the video, all the best, and speedy recovery. On that note, I've got some other sort of sad news. James Hernandez, who generally hosts the show, can no longer commit to as much time running the show alongside co-hosting with me. I think myself and Hernandez have had great chemistry together, but we'll see. James says he'll be able to pop on the show every so often to do the show, so we'll see with that. So he's got a lot more other commitments outside of doing the Boxing Hangout show. So all the best for James, and James, if you're watching, mate, you've got to come back soon. But don't worry, you won't have to look at me all the time. We've got a few other guys that are coming to do co-hosting shows, guys who've done blogging or on Twitter. And there's a special guest who I shall be talking to tomorrow evening, Friday evening. So you'll have to wait until tomorrow evening to see who the special guest is, and it's a very special guest from the boxing world. Anyway, moving on. There's some big fights this weekend. Before we go on to that, Julio Cesar Chavez is in the news again, Junior, for all the wrong reasons. Supposedly he was caught smoking marijuana. A drug test he failed before his fight with Martinez. Some conspiracy theorists will say that he was doped up for 11 rounds and he woke up in the 12th round. No, I would think that he got well and truly outboxed for 11 rounds. And I was one of those guys who thought Chavez would have caught up with Martinez and ended the fight. I said in the Hangout show, Martinez put a boxing clinic on him. As simple as that. Rematch, as I said before, he needs a better trainer. Didn't see him use the jab at any time against Martinez. It would be nice to see him use the jab, try and close the ring down. But I guess if you're doped up, it's not a lot you can do. But that's beside the point. Some more news. Amir Khan. Yes, the news about Amir Khan just keeps going on and on and on and on. Against Lucas Matisse, he's talking about coming back on December the 15th. He hasn't even solidified a trainer yet. He's just finished getting rid of Freddie Roach. It's like an episode of EastEnders. You never know quite what's going to happen next. And I'm getting kind of tired of the Amir Khan story. For me, I'll make it, this is my final points on Amir Khan. He says he wants a full-time coach and he's leaving Freddie Roach because he needs a full-time coach. He went, after he got knocked out by Prescott, to Freddie Roach, looked after him. Manny Pacquiao was with him. And then all of a sudden now he's been knocked out again. Freddie Roach is a problem. And Pacquiao's taking up the time. So who did he go to now? He goes to Virgil Hunter, who trains Andre Ward, pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. So he's going to go to Virgil Hunter. Right. People saying, oh yeah, it's good for him to train with the Virgil Hunter because Virgil Hunter is going to teach him all these things. Really? What makes you think that? Virgil Hunter has taught Andre Ward, but Andre Ward's a man that can listen. Andre Ward and Amir Khan are two totally different fighters. Two totally different fighters. Andre Ward boxes to a strict strategy. He boxes to a game plan. 4 or 5 game plans he may have going into the ring, but he boxes to a game plan. Whether it be game plan A, B, C, D, E. Amir Khan doesn't stick to game plans because if he stuck to game plans, he wouldn't have got knocked out by Garcia. He wouldn't have got beaten up and got knocked out by Prescott, and he wouldn't have got ambushed by Peterson. People talk about Amir Khan boxing to points wins, but you know, he did well against Judah, he did well against Malignaggi, and he did well against the guy who won the world title off. But you know, I do struggle with this. I think that Amir is a man of his own mindset, and he likes to trade. And if you listen to Freddie Roach, and I've said it myself, if you listen to Freddie Roach, he doesn't believe Amir has learned much since he's come to the Wildcard Gym, and he says to keep him away from punches. So can Virgil Hunter give Amir a good chin? I don't think so. And is Virgil Hunter a miracle worker to be able to give Amir the sort of defense and skills necessary to beat Lucas Matisse? Come on. As far as I'm concerned, Lucas Matisse is an unbeaten fighter. The 2 fights that he was supposedly lost on points, I look at them as just 2 poor judging decisions. Matisse, as far as I'm concerned, is an unbeaten fighter. And if a Jose Lucigan could not get rid or outbox Lucas Matisse, how much of a chance has Amir got? Amir hasn't got the power to put Lucas Matisse on the back foot, and he hasn't got the chin to take the power that Matisse has got, and he doesn't know how to fight off the ropes, which is shown in the Peterson fight and many other fights. How many fights does it take for fans to understand about Amir Khan? He's not as good as you make him out to be. He has no inside game, he doesn't like guys who put pressure on him, and he certainly doesn't like punches. You know, Virgil Hunter's a good trainer, but Andre Ward, you've got to also give credit as a great fighter. Okay, moving swiftly on, and the next topic will have to be Mitchell and Burns, the super fight. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I lean very strongly to Ricky Burns in this fight, but hey, between now and hopefully Saturday, I'll be able to have my co-host on, and we'll be able to discuss the fight further. I think Ricky Burns wins the fight. I think Michael Katsidis, when he fought Mitchell, seemed too strong for Mitchell, and Burns basically took the best that Katsidis had and gave more back. I don't see Mitchell punching any harder than Katsidis. So for me, I see Burns wins this fight late on. I think Mitchell will give it a go, but Burns wins this fight for me. Anytime after 10 rounds, 9-10 rounds, I can see the physical strength of Burns being too much for Mitchell. Burns can fight on the inside, he can fight on the outside, and I like Ricky Burns, so I think Ricky Burns wins this fight late on. I think he's physically the stronger fighter, and yeah, I do, and I'm not convinced. For me, that Mitchell has dealt with all these talks about all these problems he's dealt with. I'm not convinced. I know he might try and turn off a new leaf and all the rest of it. I'm not convinced, and I think come closer to the fight, for me, I think at world level, Mitchell's just short for me, but soon find out. McCloskey against Perez. Don't know much about Perez. I do know about McCloskey. He got stopped by Chop Chop Cooley, way open to the right hand. He got beat by Amir Khan, and he hasn't looked too impressive. In fact, McCloskey looks like he's in decline. I don't know if it's me, or he's training, or what he's been doing in training, or he's tightened the weight. He does look in decline though. And this guy Perez fought in 2008 against Brandon Rios, and went to points with Brandon Rios. And the rematch, I think we fought a draw, and the rematch Rios stopped him inside the distance. But Perez is a bit of a tough cookie from what I understand, and I wouldn't be surprised if Perez were to cause an upset in this fight. So that's where we are at the moment with things. The Boxing Hangout. Let me know what you let us know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's the Boxing Hangout on YouTube. And yeah, let us know what you think. Comments, rate, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter. It's Boxing Hangout, not just Boxing Hangout. And the next time I do another video, I shall have my new co-host with me. So this is a lonely Ingram Jones with the Boxing Hangout. I'm out.